President Donald Trump transformed this year's Thanksgiving turkey pardon into a political spectacle, veering sharply from the normally lighthearted White House tradition to launch personal insults at Democratic leaders. Standing at the podium during what is typically a scripted, almost ceremonial moment, Trump dismissed Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson as unfit to do his job before targeting Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker with body-focused insults that instantly dominated social media conversations. Trump's pivot began as he argued that Chicago should accept federal intervention to address crime and safety issues. It should make the front of every newspaper. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly. The president said. People were taken aback on social media, considering how out of shape he looks. Pritzker might not be slim, but he always looks neat and well-groomed, and he doesn't wear makeup, wrote one person once the video hit Threads. Illinois residents joined the backlash quickly, with one writing, he is in no position to be calling others big fat slobs, and he best shut up about our governor. I think Illinois has shown we are not here for his BS. Another took aim at Trump's own appearance, noting the irony of his past claims about being as fit as professional athletes, quipping, Trump is astonishingly Has the big fat old man ever looked in a mirror? A fourth bluntly stated, I'm sorry, big fat slob. He's definitely talking about himself, 'cause WTF. Then, in what appeared to be an attempt at humor or being extra mean to the state's executive, Trump made another comment about his size also during his speech. He said, I had a little bit of a Pritzker joke. I was gonna talk about Pritzker and size, adding, but when I talk about Pritzker, I get angry because he's not letting us do the job. So I'm not gonna tell my Pritzker joke. You know, some speechwriter wrote a joke about his weight, but I would never want to talk about his weight. I don't talk about people being fat, I refuse to talk about the fact he's a fat slob. The deliberate contradiction, saying he wouldn't mention something while actively mentioning it, only drew more attention to the very insult he claimed to avoid. Dozens posted Quiet Piggy and Shut Up Piggy, mocking Trump's insult at a female reporter during a press conference last week. One comment captured the sentiment bluntly. Trump has a reversed body he sees himself in a mirror and thinks that he's thin and fit and outrageously gorgeous. Just days earlier, the president had taken another shot at someone's appearance. While aboard Air Force One on November 14, he snapped at a Bloomberg News correspondent with the curt phrase, Quiet Piggy, when reporters pressed the White House on whether such a remark was appropriate coming from the president. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, 28, mounted a full defense. On November 20th, she told reporters he is frank and honest with everyone in this room, calling Trump's tone one of the many reasons the American people re-elected this president, because of his frankness. For many viewers, the disconnect between Trump's apparent perception of himself and the person they saw on camera became the real punchline of the entire incident. Despite the White House's straight-faced claims, many people say they trust their eyes more than the official numbers. The president's physician, Navy-capped Sean P. Barbabel, clocked the president in at 6 feet 3 inches and 224 pounds, numbers that set off immediate side-eye considering his first-term listing of 75 inches and 239 pounds. Social media investigators began lining up photos of Trump next to professional athletes with similar stats, including 6'4", 229-pound Steelers powerhouse DK Metcalf. The side-by-sides only made the jokes louder, as users quipped that the math was off, the muscle was missing, and somebody needed to triple-check the scale and the ruler. From calling a governor a big, fat slob to barking piggy at a reporter, Trump continues to fuel online controversies about people's weight, as many on Threads have suggested. The biggest issue might not be the insults themselves, but instead the president's striking lack of self-awareness. Thank you for watching the video.